So today, as you can tell by the title, I've also evolved, Adapter Parish, and I've added a necklace on my dirt bike because I just it was in my backpack, and I was like, think I'm about to steal from myself. So you know how we, and today, as you can tell by the title, I'm gonna just talk to you about my criticisms of Mark Twain as a person, as an author, as just a historical figure. Okay, so I'd like to begin with Mark Twain should become the dirt I walk on. Oh wait, he has, he's very dead. I probably stepped on Mark Twain's left leg yesterday. And thank you. See you tomorrow. No. Mark Twain. My first experience was in 7th grade when we had to read The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. I hated it. I actually think I read the beginning and was like, I can't stand this man, and just stopped there because I don't remember a whole lot of it. Actually, I read Huck Finn when I was little. Bad book to read when you're little. And then this year we had to read Huck Finn again. I tried my best. His vernacular and his country twang thing he's got going is actually just the worst. That shouldn't be mandatory reading. And the fact that was right after Arthur Miller's The Crucible, which is just a work of art. I love Abigail Williams and just resonate with her on a spiritual level. So the fact that we went from up here to once again stonks Mark Twain, can't stand it. I'm telling you, sparkling water is the worst. And then I can't get over that sparkling water. Not good. Should we take a short intermission for the classic mouth sounds that were in my last video? That one has a matching, and they come as a set. Thank you for your time. I will inform you if there are any more that come to fruition in my mind of things that I just say on the regular, on the daily. You know how it be. It's every day, bro. Oh, I can't believe I just did that. Whatever. Yes, Mark Twain, the worst. Huckleberry Finn, not good. I thought the other day, I was just thinking, and somehow his dad coming up talking about the government came in my mind, and then I just kept thinking government, and I was like, I hate whatever government supported Mark Twain and let him become an author. Actually just a failure of American writers. I'm really disappointed when that's what people think of. Especially when he was Mark Twain, and there's that video of him walking down the street where he looks like Albert Einstein, but you know, his hair's everywhere, and I'm pretty sure he has the mustache, it's all big, and he's wearing the big hat, and he's just I'm Mark Twain, Team Skull from Pokemon, walking up, I'm Mark Twain, whatever, just Millie rocking he's in New York, and I can't do it. And then we had to watch a whole documentary where he was they were yeah, he was a steamboatsman, and I was okay, and then he wrote the 2 worst books of the American literature. Oh my god, and we had to do my thoughts are not collected. I'm in such a state of complete livid, unadulterated anger at Mark Twain's, like, the concept of his existence, that I just, like, I'm gonna keep going back and forth because, oh, my dead hair making some nice trigger sounds. Well, your hair is always dead, but, like, mine's, like, dead because it's pink. And yeah, so my thoughts, whatever. In 7th grade, we had to do, like, literary analysis stuff on him, and we also watched the same documentary that I did, like, 3 months ago, but we watched it 4 years ago, so we had a whole worksheet because our teacher was gone that day, and he was like, watch a super interesting Mark Twain documentary, and we were like, okay, we don't have a choice, we're all gonna sleep, but, like, alright. So he gave us his worksheet, and I just, like, filled out all of it, because I was like, I watched this when I was 11. And then we also had to do, like, a literary analysis, like, report something on Tom Sawyer, and I was like, I just, like, it's not that he, like, swears too much, because it's of the time period, and, like, the essence, and, like, it's character building, and, like, the way that they speak, and their personal vocabulary, and, like, it goes to show, like, that since they, like, weren't educated, like, that's the way that they were brought up, and, like, those things are considered normal at the time period, and, like, you see the stark contrast between Huckleberry Finn and the, like, nun, I think, that he lives with. Whatever. Sister Mary from Black Clover. And so you, like, see a difference between them and their personalities of her being raised in, like, a traditional household, and Huckleberry Finn, like, not having a dad, and then, like, I don't know what happened to his mom. She's just, like, vibing, probably in the graveyard. I don't. Just vibing. There's just something about, like, the fact that it didn't have to have a country twang. Just, like, once again, like, that's where they are. Like, they're in the South. Like, it's understood. They're in, like, Louisiana, I think, because they talk about New Orleans at one point. And it's, like, it's understandable, but I don't think it has to go, like, there. Like, he really, like, went the extra mile of being, like, country boy, I love you, but, like, we all hate you, like Mark Twain, like, please stop trying. So, kind of interesting. And also just, like, his storytelling, like, his, like, character development didn't exist. Except for Huck, like, being like, whatever, like, society's wrong. When, like, no, like, I get that, like, slavery was wrong, like, that thing, but the concept of you being like, society's telling me I shouldn't do this, so I'm gonna do it, is just, like, flawed in general, because usually there's a reason that society's telling you stuff should go a certain way. I guess if it's, like, a human rights violation, then that's different, but just as a concept, and that was, like, the only character development in the whole novel of The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, and, like, just the way that he, like, his story progression does not make sense. Maybe it's because I read, like, a third of the book, but, like, every time that I was reading the book, I was like, literally, what's happening? We went, like, he faked his own death, and then he went on the island, and then they left the island after he pretended to be a girl, and then they, like, went back to town, and then they saw the Grangerfords, unless that was the real family, but I think that was the Finn family, and they saw them and the Stevens something, I think, and they were having their feuds, and then the one boy died, and then whatever, but, like, there was no, like, this is how we got from A to B. It was like, oh, we're at A, and now we're at F. Like, everyone's dead. Like, I don't. Whatever. Maybe that's just how the South was. Did he write other books? Or was he just like Harper Lee, where he was like, Huck Finn? Or Tom Sawyer, and then it was like, Huck Finn. And then, like, that was it. He was like, I am done. He was like, I am now stacked enough where I don't need to work anymore, so I won't. Like, that's not how you be an author. You better have other books. Hopefully they're better, too. Actually, no, I wouldn't know if they were better. I'm not gonna read them. I hate Mark Twain, but, like, whatever. We had to do an activity in AP US History where we had to, like, list out 3 things we wanted to do when we were older. And my third one, because I could only think of 2, my third one was author who only writes criticisms on Mark Twain. Like, that's how strongly I feel that, like, he should be taken out of the curriculum. But I also think it's unfair for, like, school boards and whatever to hate on the fact that he uses the N-words in his novels as if that wasn't just, like, something that happened in the South. And, like, everywhere during the time period. Like, that was, like, the politically correct term to use. So, like, I don't. You do use school board, but, like, if you don't want the word to be used, just don't put it in the curriculum. Like, so yeah, turns out 11 minutes and 20 seconds is all of the Mark Twain knowledge that I have. Because my stories have gone through, and apparently I would be failing in my career as a Mark Twain criticist. So I'm gonna go to sleep, and by that I mean I'm gonna film another video, definitely. But I hope that this was relaxing. No, I don't. I hope that you listen to all of my points and agree with me and tell me that Mark Twain sucks. I hope that you aren't relaxed at all. In fact, I hope that this made you mad. Good night.